This last fall, I won the Fort Sill Instructor of the Year award for the officer category. After this, I'll go on to TRADOC. So right now my packet's done at TRADOC to be competitive against all instructors across the Army, across TRADOC, and then we'll find out in May to see how that went. I had a lot of fun doing the competition. I had a lot of fun with my students. They were highly engaged with it, and one of my favorite parts about this assignment is being able to engage with the students and be able to help craft better battery commanders. After I got here and earned my proponent certification, which pretty much just tells us that we are qualified to instruct and be in front of students, I then started competing for my basic instructor badge, which incorporated 80 hours of being the primary instructor, doing some observations on other instructors, and then being evaluated and hitting a certain level of your evaluation. And then you have to wait 12 months after you submit your basic badge for your senior badge, which is a lot more observations. You actually do some evaluations yourself. You have to go through 3 or 4 different courses before you're even eligible for your senior badge. It's called the Instructor Observation Course. Doing a lot of observations, going through the Developers course, which is a phenomenal course offered here on Fort Sill. That I learned a lot, and that just gives you how to build a lesson plan and how it relates to POI. And then the Master Instructor Badge, I honestly wasn't even going to compete for it just because it takes 2 years after you submit for your senior badge. But my first sergeant, who is I believe the 3rd Air Defender to earn it, he really pushed me to get it, and I wouldn't be here without him. First Sergeant John Owens, are you going to go for your master badge? And I was like, First Sergeant, I don't think I'm going to be here enough time. He's like, oh, we can take care of you. And I was like, okay. So I worked through that process, worked through all those time requirements, a lot of observations, a lot of evaluations that you're doing for other instructors, and then you go through what's called a MAIB, a Master Instructor Selection Board, and I did that last December. That's where you sit in front of a panel with somebody who has their master badge on that panel, and you get not really grilled, but ask you kind of the finite details that you really learn in the instructor's course, and then how it applies to you now, and it really talks about your experiences and how you've leveraged different student successes to make your program successful. As a couple weeks ago, I got that paperwork signed off that I earned my Master Army Instructor Badge. I would say just look at opportunities to get the maximum experience that you possibly can. Probably one of my favorite assignments, just with the different opportunities that I've been presented as an instructor in 2022, was I deployed to Iraq for a month for BDOC assessments and counter UAS, and I was actually able to receive their briefs while they were here at Fort Sill and I was in Iraq. So it's just unique opportunities, so seek out those opportunities. Seek out the basic badge. If you're only here for a shorter time, seek out the senior badge. It really just comes down to how much work that you're willing to put into it, and I believe anybody can do it as long as they have the mindset they're able to put in that work to accomplish those 2 badges.